Hey,
Hello, how are you?
hi Charlie. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah,
It feels
still
like
trundling on.
forever. I
Yeah,
don't think I've
yeah.
seen you in like a year.
It's over a year, isn't it? I
Yeah,
mean, we had that photograph come up. We've been doing it 3 years. That's a year out of school.
that was a cute photo. I liked that. I saw it come up on my memories and I thought, I can't believe it was 2018.
Yeah, so 3 years. So that must have been. We took that after we've been doing it for a little while. So,
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
yeah,
Because I think you started in the January,
yeah,
like after Christmas. And
yeah.
that was like the March, obviously. So, oh my word, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
How has lockdown been for you, Pete?
Strange. Time passes strangely. I mean, 1 minute you can't believe it's the weekend again. There's something you done before, you know, and it seems ages ago, but then it was only yesterday, and can't believe it. I had my birthday party, and then the next week we're in lockdown.
Yeah, I keep
So,
thinking like there was like a week where none of us knew that it was like the last normal week we were going to experience for a
that's
long
right.
time. It's so weird.
Yeah, that Christmas before, you just never have imagined. I mean, we were talking even at school, weren't we? We were talking about things we're going to do in the summer.
Yeah.
And you think, bless them, the kids that we were sort of helping with their O levels and that
Yeah.
just didn't
Yeah.
have
No, they didn't get GCSEs.
O levels. That's really old
Yeah, I was
fashioned,
just
isn't
say,
it?
Pete,
Or GCSEs. Whoops.
showing your age there, mate.
Ah.
Oh, don't. And like this year, they're not doing exams either in the same way. It's been like a whole 2 years of
Do
just.
you think they'll feel their qualifications mean the same? You
That's
know,
my it's a worry, isn't it? I think the good thing is that they're all in the same position, and no one can judge them on it because it wasn't their choice. Like it wasn't like they just didn't turn up for their exams or whatever. No one chose to live through the pandemic. So I think, yeah, I think in that way it won't hold them back. But I think it will always be a thing that they think, well, what would I have got if I had taken my exams? It'll go in some of them's favour and it goes against some others, doesn't it?
depends how it's perceived by the industries and out there in the future, isn't it?
Yeah. You'd hope that they'd be gracious with it. But
Ah,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be all right. I'm sure it'll be all right. I think they're strong for having lived through it, if you know what I mean. Like
Oh
strong
yeah.
for having experienced it and carried on and been really resilient through it, a lot of them.
I said the other day, I don't know how, well, I'd love to see in 100 years' time what the history books make of this time.
Yeah, can
Quite
you
cool,
imagine
isn't it?
a module in history on 2019 to 2021?
Yeah.
So what for you, Pete, in like over 3 years? I know the last year has been very odd, but what have been your favourite moments? Have you got any favourite moments of chaplaincy?
Oh, favourite moments. Yeah, loads of favourite moments. I mean, you're working with kids, the unexpected is quite favourite moments at times. Favourite moments, I think we've had some tremendous laughs and we've been able to, with whatever we deal with, we've been able to have tremendous laughs. But working with the staff,
Yeah.
lovely team,
Yeah.
and working with the kids, I mean, all the students to put them warm like that. No, the favourite moments is when you get how it's meant to be. Yeah, you've had the child stand up and we've had a competition on handshakes, who gets them or not. And
I have never
I think,
had a handshake. I've been doing chaplaincy for 5 years. Never. Pete, you came in within like a month. You've got like 3.
Yeah, I'm 3-0 up.
I mean, I don't really know what to say, to be honest.
It's great, but it's a bit fantastic. And I mean, when a student stands up and says, I don't think I need to see you anymore, and shakes your hand, and you know in your heart that no, they don't.
Yeah, and also that we're not counsellors, but we can work alongside. If they're having counselling or something like that, we can be there for them as another place to just be themselves, talk about any concerns they've got, and the things that kids will share. I think the good thing is that some kids don't need a counsellor, but they just need somewhere to offload and to build that relationship of trust and just being able to talk things through that they can't necessarily talk through at home.
No,
and I mean, some need a counsellor, but we can still be there as well, or we can refer them on.
Yeah, and we've had so many different responses. I had one case where all I said to the girl was, "I'm here to listen to you." She just burst into tears.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably one of my most moving moments from doing that. It just makes you realise that these kids just don't have anyone to talk to. But isn't that rewarding in a way that you can be those ears?
Yeah.
And that to me is, to see it. And we have seen children progress. I mean, I've had students from day one right through for the 2.5 years we're in. So, and you see them, that's why I'm wondering now, wonder how they're getting on, because you've sort of gone through the school with them. But favourite moments, I think, we've had times like that. The hot chocolates in the morning, that's got to be quite...
Shout out to Sharon.
Shout out to Sharon.
Honestly, I don't know what she does with them, but they're amazing.
Yeah.
I think she doesn't use the machine. She actually makes them specially for people. And you can taste the difference.
You're special if you have a
Sharon hot chocolate.
Oh, another favourite moment, not on the thingy side, is you photobombing my picture for the pass. I thought that was quite...
Yeah, I forgot about that. I missed that, like just that laugh every week.
Isn't it rewarding work though? I mean, it is. I mean, that's what, I mean, when I went to the CYO meeting, just trying to encourage other people. But the wheeling onto the stage was a bit hairy.
I still worry. I still get scared about that. I still relive that moment. It worries me. I just can't believe we wheeling you up the on them two. They moved independently.
2 strips of metal. Yeah.
Yeah. But you absolutely smashed it. Like, it was so awesome to hear about how the difference you've made volunteering and like what you've got out of it, but also, it's not, because that's the thing, it's not just what you contribute to the young people and the schools, but it's what you get out of it as well. Like, there's so much amazing stuff that happens that you just sort of never forget.
Well, that's it. That's why I know we talked about it. It's one of the most rewarding things I've done, and for just sometimes up to a day, a week.
Yeah.
Depending on how many we get through.
Yeah.
But it's rewarding. I mean, and I will never look at a group of children again and think in the same way. you just don't know what they're going through. You just have. I mean, we've had times where our mouse have nearly hit the floor, haven't they? I mean, so that's why it's a worry with this lockdown. What some of them would have been stuck in homes, and you sit there and you think, you know, how are they doing? And
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Lockdown's been great for some people, and then for some people, it's just been the complete opposite. Yeah. And I know that the schools are doing incredible stuff, like keeping pastoral stuff up. Like they're just doing an amazing job. So like hats off to schools and stuff.
Look how they welcomed us in, and I mean, it's wonderful working with the team.
Yeah, they're amazing. It's great.
Yeah, that's a great thing. You felt like you were part of the school team.
I mean, I feel like I owe you an apology.
Why?
For the day that for the day that we had an incident in the car park. I am so sorry. So sorry. That was a spectacular moment.
Yeah, well, ending up, I'll probably backside on the pavement.
Look, I thought I'd put both brakes on, right? Clearly, I hadn't. Clearly, I had put one on, and then one wheel was left having a moment of itself.
So.
Oh, I can only apologise.
Yes, but you then did go and try and find out they caught it on the camera.
Well, because you were like, I wonder what that looked like. You just fell out of my car. It was just such a special moment. And I just didn't know what to do with myself. My first thought was, are you okay? And then when I realised you were just sat there laughing, I couldn't contain.
So sorry. So sorry. Oh, guess what I did to Pete in the car park?
I did. I walked into pastoral like, guys, there's been an incident. Like, I've just dropped Pete on the floor. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it was just so worth it, wasn't it? I had so many different. Not that incident was so worth it.
It was just so worth it falling out of the car. It was just, you know, I'd do it again tomorrow.
I was changing the subject. It is worthwhile. I remember I had one student that said, I wish you could come watch me play football.
So sorry about
Yes, yes. Hello, Bobby. Yeah, we're not talking to you.
We're not talking about you. Yeah,
Oh,
no. I remember that when the young lad asked you to go and watch him play football.
Football, yeah. You know, that tugs at your heart, doesn't it? Yeah. It really does. So, and I think, like we're talking, the lighter moments do help the
definitely
the other moments we have.
Yeah. But
I'd like to think we've made a difference.
Yeah, I think as well, since you've started, like, I mean, I know it's made a massive difference to me, like, because of having that support and also having a team. It's like more of a team, you know, team chaplaincy kind of vibe to it.
Chaplaincy.
Yeah. And it's just, yeah, it's much nicer to be able to work alongside somebody else in the role. And also, I think it's made a massive difference to the young people, because, you know, there's some young people who might not have felt as comfortable talking to me, but they feel they can talk to you. And like,
yeah,
that's really special.
No, overall, brilliant thing to do. What
are your favourite, like, have you got any favourite resources that you've been able to use with the young people?
Yeah, there's a lot out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
There is a lot that's great. There is so much resources out there. I mean, we have done the cards. We've got decks of cards with
yes.
all different questions and things on them.
The Youthscape cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really cool. They're good to get conversations going.
Yeah. I think I played Snap with somebody on that. It was simple enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Snap, and then you've also got the what they call them pictures, the bubble, no,
The blob cards.
the blob cards.
Blob
That's
cards,
it.
that's
And blob one. So the one that strikes me is the blob football match one.
Yeah.
And have you used one where do you see yourself as the striker, or what do you see yourself as, the goalkeeper? Bless you.
So sorry. I really love the ones where, you know, where you do the blob tree with them, or whichever representation of the blob image is, at the start of meeting them, and then like throughout the time that you work with them, doing it again and seeing the change. Like, I remember there being a young person who had first of all said that they felt they were the person always helping everybody else. So they were like the blob person where they're like they've got someone on their shoulders lifting them up. And I remember that, and then remember like about 3 weeks in, they did the blob thing again, and they were like hanging onto the branch, like, actually I'm pulling myself up, like I'm doing something for myself now. And then by the end of the time that they've kind of chatted with you, they're not always like feeling like they're completely sorted, because, you know, a lot of it is they're doing the work themselves and they're realizing themselves, but like they were sort of at this point where they felt that they'd achieved quite a lot and that they could look at themselves in a more positive way.
Very visual way of showing it, isn't it? We also had the sanctum in the school.
Yes.
That was amazing too.
Yes. CYO sanctum. That's good.
Yeah. And that was powerful. So I had the one with the emotions cards. Was it the cards? Yeah, that was fantastic, seeing 2 burly boys sitting there going, you know, telling each other how they felt about each other, and you know, one going, really, didn't know that, mate, you know.
That's really sweet. I like that. Is that the one with the suitcase?
Give it a suitcase.
Yeah.
And they have to choose the emotions without knowing what was going to happen.
Yeah.
They had to choose what they what they felt about
their friend.
What you could describe your mate as, and then you ask them to tell their mate why they chose the word for them.
Yeah.
And that was quite, for me, that was quite an eye opener. And yeah, that was quite something. Having the bishop push me around the school, that was quite.
I forgot about that. To be honest, look, I need to hear this from you.
Yeah.
Who was the better chauffeur of, I don't know, is that what you would call it? The chauffeur? The wheelchair pusher?
Who was better?
Wheelchair chauffeur? Was it Bishop Roger or was it me? And look, you can be honest, because I mean, we need to make sure that Bishop Roger doesn't get offended, because, you know, the last thing I want is for Bishop Roger to feel like he's not a good wheelchair chauffeur. But, you know, who was the better wheelchair chauffeur? Remember all the years I've done all the years.
The best wheelchair pusher, Charlie.
Me? Me?
Yeah, you got it on there.
He
did have problems negotiating me round the canteen. No, I must admit that was it. Yeah.
Pete, the amount of times I've pushed you into doors, I've nearly lost you a few. There have been times where I've accidentally not realised we're going down a ramp and let go.
Yeah.
there have also been times where we've hit a curb and you've been shouting, "There's a curb coming! There's a curb coming!"
Then they went and put the bump in the main doorway, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a struggle because I had to like lift it back every time. Yeah.
Drove me into that first time he went. Nearly ejected me out the front, but we.
I'm so sorry. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like Bishop Roger.
I might be viewing my position then. Perhaps it might have been Bishop Roger.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't have as many. I know that there was less. It was only one day, but I feel like we had less chaotic experience for you. Yeah.
But it wasn't. I mean, that was amazing getting Bishop coming to the school.
Yeah.
I mean, that was terrific.
Yeah, that was cool. He spoke to the RE classes and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was all part of, how chaplaincies got into the school and how that would not have happened, or possibly not have happened, without that connection.
Yeah, he's incredibly encouraging of like schoolwork, of the teachers, and just chaplaincy in schools and stuff like that. He's really, really a champion for that.
Yeah. So, it's just been brilliant. It's just a shame you haven't been able to do it for the last year.
Yeah, this year's just been so turbulent for everybody, and I think that's the thing. It's been with the schools having been not in for most of the year. It's just, very, very. I feel for the students. I feel for the staff. Like, just a really, really weird time.
Yeah, but we're still here. We're still going, and
still going.
And the kids are back in, which is a relief.
It's the start of hopefully a brighter future. Yeah. I was going to say, Pete, one last thing, right? What would you say to somebody who had an opportunity to work with their church, to go into a local school and support young people? What would be your advice or words of encouragement? What would you suggest?
Just do it.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be able to do it. My whole life has been customer services and communication. And that's speaking to people over the phone and trying to work their emotions and feelings through no face-to-face contact. And I remember that January when I went in, and I'd never done anything like that before. I bring experience of life, and obviously customer service does help because I've been speaking to people all my life. But sitting there first time with a child plonk themselves in front of you, it felt daunting at the time, but now looking back, no, it's the most natural thing to do. The child leads it. You just, you sit there and they're the ones that starts the conversation and it just goes from there. But, I mean, we've talked already about rewarding, seeing development of the child and the welcome we got in the school. I look forward to my Wednesdays, but it's just, you've just got to do it. Didn't think I could do it, but I can. And I would say, if you've got any love of kids or care for them growing up, it's the thing to do. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I loved it.
You're a legend, Pete. You really are. Like, you make and you have made and you continue to make such a difference in people's lives. Like, you're such a welcomer and encourager of people, and it's so amazing to see that. And also, I mean, I'd obviously known you before as well at church for the last few years, and like, having seen you be such an encourager of people and such a champion for welcoming people in, to then see you doing that outside of the church and like sort of taking that into the local schools, like that's amazing. Like that's so cool to have seen that, and like that's contagious, you know what I mean? It's a really contagious thing. So I just want to thank you, to be honest. You're a legend.
Well, thank you, because just love it. So,
it's amazing. It's so good. So,
well, and here's to getting back to schools again.
Yes, hopefully not long.
We'll see.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, nightmare. It's just, I think, yeah, it's a hard time, but we will get there. We will get there.
Thanks, Charlie.
No, thank you, and thank you for your time today as well.
Welcome.
And yes, I will hopefully see you soon.
It'd be great when we can see you.
Yeah, it'd be good to see people face to face again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks, Charlie.
Take care, Pete.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.